gosh, sitting.
It's like
Right.
sitting down feels like a rarity.
It's still like Cyber Wednesday, I feel like.
It is
It's just Cyber Week.
We extended our sale.
We texted out an extension on the sale.
Actually, it should be going out right now.
Lots of great orders, though.
Huge orders.
Your orders won't be as speedy as usual. We've got a lot of orders back there, but we're getting them
doing
out
pretty
quick.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, it is live. I always like to check because the chats are still in there from last
As long as we had the coffee. Some of the coffees, especially some of the pre-ground coffees,
Oh my gosh,
might have sat there for
you
a
guys
minute.
are just running us through coffee, which is great.
Yeah,
that
we're
means
thrilled.
Your
You're
coffee is
getting
like
really
1
fresh.
day old.
Yeah.
And just a reminder,
day,
puffy
not
bags
older.
are good.
Yes.
It's not like canned goods where, that means it's expired or bad.
actually,
puffy bags actually
salad,
means it's super fresh.
If you buy salad, you should always buy the puffy bags because
Really?
it's still
Yes.
got the like packaging
really
stuff
fresh.
in it.
Really? I always thought that meant it was nasty.
No, once they flatten, they're old.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yep. Puffy bags are
Puffy
good in
bags are
salad,
better
too.
for salad.
Well, we learned something today.
So I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Thank you, Logan.
We'll see if I can get to it from here.
Oh, are we all white?
Is the overhead light on?
Yeah. Thanks,
He's
Logan.
like, your coloring's off.
You guys are pacier than
Logan.
usual. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But I
there
did.
it went.
Oh, there we
Just
go.
switched.
Holidays are coming up, so we did kind of want to talk to about something today. Just about everybody being mindful about scams.
Oh my God, they're
Lots of
everywhere. People are the worst. Scammers are the worst.
If you're on our Facebook page, you're seeing people comment things, those kind of scams.
Yeah,
Watch for those.
Weird, gross pictures. Like, what's up with that?
We try to
Well, and just
delete.
contests that aren't real. If someone's trying to if someone's commenting, everybody's a winner. That's not us.
I just saw a police post. Yes, this morning, yesterday. I don't really know, but I
all a
saw it. Yeah, it's a blur at this point. But so they'll put like bankofamerica.com and then they'll send you an email from bankofamerica.com, but they use the Cyrillic A.
I saw that,
instead
a
of the
different
normal
A.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the A that goes down and has like the little
Yeah,
tail
yeah.
instead of like the
Yeah.
other A that you're
So it
used to
looks
seeing.
like it's
so
actual
it
Bank of
looks
America.
exactly the same.
Someone did them just last week from our CEO. Asking
We get those all the
people
time.
These are hidden.
Yeah.
so
do
you
gift
know.
cards.
Yeah. We always know that, like, if Joanne sends us a message, that's not how she would send
When
us a
she's
message.
like, "Oh, call me right away."
I need you to buy me gift cards.
Well, it just happened to us at the office too.
Yeah.
Joanne, it looked like it came from Joanne. And she
Yeah.
was like, "I need your
And
help."
it's usually on your phone, especially you can't see the whole
Email.
Yeah, you have to like
email.
click down.
But I think that a big thing too is, it's embarrassing, right? Because it's when you do get scammed, it's kind of embarrassing, so you don't want to tell anybody. But really, it does
you
help
need
to spread
to.
awareness so that other people don't get scammed.
Didn't Sedona get scammed?
She did. Gosh, I don't remember how I think she ended up we got our money back. I got scammed on PayPal or something.
I sent you the cheap flights thing, and you bought a flight, and then they stole your.
That's a bummer.
Yeah,
thing.
it wasn't even real.
I hate that. I just hate
And
that
it
people
was
are
like
out there stealing
airfare
money.
watchdog.
I mean,
or
there's a
something. It was like-
reason that people do this, right? There's a reason that people do it is because it works. And we just had it happen at our store, and that's why it kind of brought it up again.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of thought about, when our kids are little, I had to talk to them. It's like adults never ask for a child's help. Like an adult will ask another adult if they need help, if they lost their dog, or they. Do you know what I mean?
I haven't talked to my kids about
that's
that.
a good
An adult should never ask a child for help. So
Interesting.
no adult should ask you for help. They should ask another adult.
That's a good thing to
But
say.
I'm thinking for our employees now, we're going to do some kind of training where a police officer, which oftentimes it is in these scams, a police officer or someone of authority will never tell you, don't verify my identity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want
they
you to
actually say
verify.
that?
It is confidentiality. It's
Yeah,
always
that's
the
what they say.
confidentiality
Undercover
thing.
officer?
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
No.
And the second thing is they will never ask you to give them a form of method that isn't traceable. Like
A gift
nobody
card?
deals in things that aren't traceable. So they're not
Yeah.
going to ask you for gift cards. They're not going to ask you for MoneyGrams.
Right.
They're not going to ask you to give them cash. But when we put this out, and it sounds so naive, and I feel really bad for the young gentleman, this just happened, our story, got scammed for $500. And he's super embarrassed, and I get it, because in the moment you're sitting there and it's an authority figure is telling you to do something.
Well, and he feels like you let us down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then later you're thinking, how could I be so naive? And at 19 or 8, I probably did. I was very rule-driven and authority-driven.
Did a lot of dumb stuff when I was 18 and 19.
You know what I mean? And then, you know, at 60 or you know, you get these calls, and your grandchild needs money, and they're in jail, and they need you.
Yes.
And I think
I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
They take advantage of your helpful nature. We naturally want to help people. Is the problem.
Yeah. It's a bummer that people are out there doing that and targeting people.
And then this holiday season. So there is never anything wrong with taking a minute and verifying information. Nobody is going to lock your grandchild up forever because you didn't in a split second give them money.
And they're never going to ask for you to give them a gift card to get them out of jail.
And nobody takes unverifiable funds.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
And just... too, it's like people can make it look like they're cloning the phone number. Like one of our store manager, it looked like the owner was, I mean, it's the owner's phone number. It looked like the owner was calling and saying, I'm in jail. I need you to take money from the register and give money and do all this stuff. Give gift cards. It's always gift cards, right?
Yeah.
To get me out of jail, that's not how it works, right?
Yeah.
I saw the best guy responding to a scammer, though. So the person was asking for gift cards, Apple gift cards, and he said, okay, I'm going to the store, but I've got my brother Doug, and he's possessed.
I saw that.
Oh, it was so
Houston
great.
does that.
And he's like, are you not even concerned that my brother's possessed?
Yeah.
Or whatever. He's in a church now, right?
My brother will do that. You'll hear him on the phone or something, and it'll be a call, and all of a sudden he'll be like, what do you need? Do you need my social? Do you need my birthday? Do you need, what do you need? What do you need?
Like, they'll give him fake
street
info.
do I
And then
grow up on?
for the gift cards, he'll like take picture of like a corner of a gift card or like a super blurry gift card, and he'll just keep sending them stuff.
Hey, Donna.
You're going through, I'm sorry. This time of year can be super tough. You had scammers from Kenny Chesney and Brett Michaels. Concert tickets.
Concert tickets are the worst.
I'd give Brett Michaels the money.
Well, I just had my identity stolen last month.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yep, I had to sign up for a LifeLock. They opened so I have the credit monitoring, right? And all of a sudden I got an alert that I tried to open a credit card at Chase or something, and I'm like, I don't have a credit card at Chase.
Yeah.
So I immediately called Chase, and they like went through the whole thing, and they're like, yep, somebody had your information. They tried to open it, so they shut everything down. I signed up for LifeLock. I froze all my credit accounts.
And it's such a pain.
And so with LifeLock, you can't actually sign up for new credit without calling them first, right? Isn't that how it works?
Right now all my credit bureaus are frozen.
Okay.
So hopefully they just won't they'll stop trying.
Oh, look at iTunes cards and 30. See, it happens so often. Do you know what I mean? And I think people it's embarrassing, right? And it's like, how could I have fallen for that? But it works, and people are so convincing.
You just got scammed. And got your money back.
Yeah, I did.
Thank
I had to get a
goodness.
new card as well. It was a subscription I signed up for my son.
I wasn't even talking about that one.
Oh, which one?
The local shop here scammed you.
Yeah. This lady it's all stuff online from pallets that she buys, and like never gives you she'll give you one box but not 2 boxes, so you can't build the whole item.
Oh, right.
And I tried to get my item from her 7 times. And I have all the messages, and I finally said, okay, I'm going to give her one more time. And then that night, everyone started posting on our local pages that the same thing happened to them and the same thing happened to them. And unfortunately, the people were nice and kind, and they let it go from like May to November without getting their stuff. And at that point, it was too late.
Oh, he blocked.
And
so he took your money and blocked you. That's
that sucks.
Horrible.
That's horrible.
And that's tough, and especially I think of, I've got a 13-year-old that wants those Taylor Swift tickets, and she's always trying. And we've been so fortunate that we've gotten legit tickets and been able to go. And I just think of all those
poor kids.
Well, even in
Poor kids
Florida,
getting
she
scammed.
really wanted this popcorn bucket. And this guy was like, I'm selling these popcorn buckets, PayPal me or whatever. It was the weirdest thing. And you were like,
I'm like,
don't
no.
think
I'm like,
so.
ship, because even what he wanted for, I'm like, you can't even ship a popcorn bucket for that.
No.
Yeah,
So,
I'm really sorry, Donna. That's horrible. Did that happen recently?
Ugh.
And can you file a police report or anything?
So there is something where if you get scammed online, there is a way to file a report, because a lot of times, like even online selling, right? There'll be people who will say, I got this empty, or you'll send a brand new pair of shoes, and then they'll file a report and saying, you sent me these huge shoes and they're beat up.
I would take a picture before sending anything.
Well, all the sellers do, right?
Yeah,
And you can tell that that's not the condition
But
you sent
then
it in.
but if the seller's not continuing to sell, it can be tough.
Sure,
I mean,
but
I've gotten
as a
stuff
seller, you
reversed
protect
on a
yourself.
PayPal.
Yeah.
Well,
I've gotten stuff reversed on PayPal,
I pay
but
through PayPal almost
usually it's
every
a
time.
fake PayPal,
Yeah.
and then they're a scammer,
Right.
so
Yeah.
they don't keep their account or
Right.
keep their bank account.
Right. Well, definitely with my case downtown, I was able to file a Venmo charge, and I just won it yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, but she's a legit person.
Yes.
These people are. She was
Yes.
not a scammer.
No.
She was a unscrupulous business owner.
Absolutely.
But these people are scamming, so
Oh, he
they're
never
ditching,
got money
ditching,
from
ditching.
you.
Oh, good.
He sent you money, or fake sent you money?
Ugh.
He never got
he tried to get it from him.
Morning,
her.
Grammy.
Oh.
Oh,
Grammy.
yeah. People
Yeah.
are crazy. My husband got this check in the mail one time, and it was like, he had started like a computer, he did computer work on the side, and it was to his like little business name, and it was like $10,000 for whatever computer work with like a letter that they wanted him to do this stuff. Like, do not put that
cash it.
check
Us
in
a
your
few
bank
years ago
account.
here.
Do not do that.
They're like, once you put the money in your bank account and you cash the check, it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Then they could take it out. Then they take it out.
There was somebody who contacted us here and said, I work for you. And we're like, no, you don't. Have you ever done a W-9 or W-2 for us? Because you don't.
Yeah.
And it was a thing where somebody like was giving them checks, and once they cashed it,
Yeah.
then it was,
Yeah, that was working for a while. Yeah, we block scammers as best as we can. I have like my phone.
Yeah,
does a
they're
lot
just
of
so
it.
quick. They're so quick.
And it's getting more and more sophisticated.
Well, and I think they're on bots now, so it's just so quick that you can't even keep
It
up
is.
with it. But that's just be careful. Be careful who you're.
Well, I told
And it's hard to tell even who's a China company now or not,
Yeah.
who's legit. They're stealing pictures and putting it up. I mean,
On
I
their own
kind of,
website.
if the price is too good to be true, it's not.
or if it's got lots of flashing things and lots of like buy nows and
Temu is
funnel.
supposed to be the one that if you download it, they spy on your phone.
I've heard that.
And
I
that,
will
like,
not download
I just
it.
won't.
Yeah, and if you download it, you have to do a factory reset to get them off of spying, because they have,
Wow.
once you download the app, they have permission to view your messages. There's no app that needs to view my messages and my photos and my
No.
private information.
Well, so, and Vicky too, she came to me, maybe 2 months ago, and she's like, I got this weird email from Amazon or whatever. And I just said to her, I'm like, Vicky, just call your credit card company.
Yeah.
Just call and verify that, nothing's wrong. Call them directly. Turns out somebody had stolen her number, spent a ton of money.
I didn't know that.
She
I
ended
didn't
up
know
getting
that.
it all back, and they got a new credit card or something. But I'm so glad that I just said, you know
Yes.
what, just call. Just call and make sure.
She gets messages on her phone all the time too, and I'm like, that
And
doesn't
that's
look
what
right.
I never thought about. If
Yeah.
you get bills from someone else to your house.
Well, and then Brett,
Yep.
he said he got something, and it said like something about opening a bank account at Franklin Credit Union. It's like, I don't have a bank account at Franklin
Yeah.
Credit Union. I'm like, I just call.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
Yeah.
Because
Ugh.
it's getting so crazy, you don't even know.
Yeah. Well, and you just don't how is your information getting out there,
Well,
and how do you protect
So,
it, right?
well, that's a LifeLock helps a lot, but we used to watch videos on the dark web. And we would watch YouTubers go on the dark web. Like, we wouldn't actually do it ourselves. We have
Oh, you
the-
weren't actually on the dark
No,
web.
no, no, no.
Okay, I thought you meant like you were on the dark
no, we
web.
would
I'm like,
watch,
how does that even
No, we would
happen?
watch YouTubers go on. We have a VPN and stuff, but it's just, there's nothing on there that,
Yeah.
but we were curious about like what stuff was on there. And so we watched YouTubers go into it.
There's
And
kidneys.
so like you should never, ever, ever keep money in your PayPal account. Never.
Really?
Get it in your bank account, because what they do is they take PayPal accounts with balances, and you can buy whole blocks of them.
Go ahead and do that right
skim
now.
all the money out of people's PayPal's accounts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Really?
some people keep like thousands of dollars, but yeah, on the dark web, you can just buy blocks of PayPal accounts. You can buy blocks of identities. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
There's
I've never
scary
heard of
stuff.
that.
And that's just like the fraud scam. You can literally do whatever you want on there. But
Transferring to bank
there's
right
also
now.
going on there, you have the chance of really bad people finding you. And that's what happened to this YouTuber. Is he started getting
Yeah, I would never go on there just
packages
because.
and stuff in the mail to his home, even though he was using a VPN, he was blocking stuff out. They found him anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. So I wouldn't go on it, but it was interesting to watch the YouTubes of people on it.
It's scary that people know how to do stuff like that too, you know.
On a positive note, though, it's Giving Tuesday.
It was Giving Tuesday.
And it's nice to Habitat for Humanity. I don't even know, we don't have numbers yet of how much, but
there
it's been
is
really
the
wonderful.
donate button at checkout, and I get a special notification when people donate, mainly because I wanted to make sure it was working. Yeah. But a lot of you guys are doing an extra donation, which is really cool.
That's awesome. Such a great organization.
And that 100% of that goes straight to the organization.
And the dollar upcharge on the Coffee's the Holiday, that goes 100% to the organization. Yeah. So, so we're really excited. And then, of course, be mindful of who you're giving to this holiday season as well. It's another...
GoFundMe's are another one that people really scam on.
Sending a bunch of stuff home from school, and it's like I do want to help, but also I'm in such a tight budget this year. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, it's hard. Like, you know, again, you said we've got a Giving Nature and you want to help people.
Zelle doesn't pay any money back.
Oh.
That's good to know.
That is good to know.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And you want to help people, but you also want to make sure they're a legit organization and that the money's actually going to the organization
individual
too.
people. I mean, and maybe I'm just a little too cynical now, but it's just there's some situations, and I'm just thinking the situation out, going, I don't understand. Yeah. Like, I can't
so
even.
Our first year at our nonprofit, we had someone contact us and tell us that they needed money for our a child who passed away, and it was a GoFundMe, and we were just starting. We they needed it, and we paid it. But a month later, she reached out. I need more money. And it was just like, when I went on her personal Facebook page, it turned out that her funeral for her child, she did have a child who passed,
That's really terrible,
and it was horrible. But it was actually fully funded by the funeral home.
Oh, really?
And so, but then she was continuing to reach out to people to get money for, whatever she needed money for. And so we learned right then and there that we don't pay GoFundMes anymore as part of our
Well, and GoFundMe takes a pretty good portion of those,
They do.
too.
A lot of those do. And it's a bummer because, like, you see this and you want to help, and then unless you really personally know the person, how do you know that's really what they need?
Yeah. You know? Yeah, I mean, we usually try to find somebody in the community or that we know has like a real need or is just having a super tough year or whatever.
And it helps if you know them or have a mutual friend where you know that like they have a need, you know. It's just a bummer because like I want to help, you know.
Well, even last year we were able to bless the local men's charity here in Flint, and they like help people kind of rehabilitate and it is specifically, it's a men's chapter, but they help
like Promise Keepers or something, or My Brother's Keeper.
It's My Brother's Keeper. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name, but they help rehabilitate men and get them back on their feet and in the community and all that kind of stuff, which is really cool. And we were able to bless them with a lot of coffee last year, which was really awesome.
Awesome, I love that.
So trying to find needs locally.
Yeah, and you know, it might not be monetary, but it might be, hey, you guys need coffee?
Well, we had this like pallet of coffee where the labels were crooked or just whatever. The coffee was fine. But not in sellable conditions.
Nothing you can sell. Hey, Charles.
Good morning, Charles.
Good morning.
We still haven't gotten your air name. I'm going to think that every time I see your name.
You might not have one,
I think they all do. Do you all have like pilot air names? What's your like call name?
Call name?
Call name, do we say that right? Yeah.
I'm never going to let it go.
Why, so we can write it on all of those packages, you know?
I don't know. I think it'd be so cool to fly.
No. Not for me.
I think that'd be so cool.
I watched a video the other day.
It'd be very freeing feeling. I'd like to be like Superman flying. Well, like that'd be super.
So you can take a class, and it's a one-day class, and at the end of the class, you can wing walk, where you literally get on top of the planes and you strap yourself in.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
And
I would so do that.
Absolutely not. That is my worst nightmare. That sounds miserable.
You might want to plug your ears, but when we were in high school,
I'm plugging my ears.
We used to go car surfing. And so you would get on the top. There was one row, and you could see both the front and both sides of the road.
They call me
Mr. Bill. I like how we both said it the same way too. Like,
hi, ladies. Hello, Bill. Hello, Mr. Bill.
So we used to get up on the roof, and you could hold onto the rails and go car surfing.
Oh, nice. That's horrible.
It was pretty fun.
Sounds like, remember how we were saying the other day that men don't live as long as women, and then you tell us that harebrained story?
Well, you know.
I remember getting a call from the gas station. The gas station called the police because kids were on top of the car doing something. I don't even know what you guys were doing.
That was a scavenger hunt. And so we had to do like, we used to make these scavenger hunts around town, and it'd be like ridiculous things. It'd be like, I don't know, all sorts of challenges. Like everybody has to put your foot in the lake or something and you had to get a picture of it. Or like everybody has to go find this whatever at this store and get a picture with it. So you had to do all these challenges and get a picture, but sometimes you could get really creative and you're like, well, that's not exactly what it says, but if we did this, I think it will count. So we just had to do ridiculous things around town.
You guys were like all on the roof of the car or something, or jumping from car to car, or I don't even know what they told me you guys were doing.
Okay, I wasn't there for that.
And I'm like, okay. Okay.
We did.
What do you want me to do? Like, I don't think that's illegal, and it's our cars.
Well, so. Not for my perfect daughter.
When I got my license, my dad got me this like $500 like Post-it note,
you can't even
yellow,
get a $500 car anymore.
like Buick Century car, and
you couldn't really do that either.
Homecoming was coming, and I was like, "Hey, do you care if we spray paint the car?" And my dad was like, no.
Of course Kevin said no.
I mean, it was rusty and yellow and whatever. So we spray painted it matte black at first, but then it was homecoming week. So then we did like all our spirit stuff all over the car.
That's fun.
And then it just turned into a thing where we just like spray paint this car. So it had a checkerboard on top. So we would like sit on top of the roof and like play like giant checkers on the roof.
Fun.
I mean, we made the best of this car.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
You know, like the floor was like a little rusted out.
I remember like one of your friends that had a nice car, and she's like, "Why can't I have a car that you can paint?" It's like, oh my gosh.
It was. We did call it the Ghetto Mobile.
It was a Ghetto Mobile.
Yeah.
We had quite a few different.
It went through some fun paint jobs. It was fun though.
Yeah.
It was a fun memory.
Yeah, that is a fun memory. Actually, there's
you guys painted it the minute I got home. Within an hour of you getting at home, you were painting.
Well, we were at least gonna just paint it matte black, and then that devolved really quickly.
Well, we just found pictures like not that long ago where you guys also spray painted yourselves. Like I think Houston and Logan were silver.
That yes. Sometimes spray painting the car turned into spray painting people.
Like it was literally like his arms or something. They look like the Tin Man.
And homecoming was that weekend, and they couldn't even get it off.
Oh no!
They had to go like silver.
Can you imagine that like soaking into your skin? Oh, that gives me the crawls.
Really good for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. You know, that's fantastic to have that right on your skin.
That's why it looked like we had a junkyard in our car or in our yard.
Well, then we got that white Cadillac.
We had quite the collection of.
Oh my gosh.
And you know what though? That Buick Century lasted all through high school, and then I went to college, and the boys had it, and somebody drag raced it, and then it broke.
What did Grammy say?
And she had to help me out. That's right. It broke down on the highway, and I called my dad, and he was like, not helpful. He's like, figure it out. So then I called Grammy crying. And she's luckily close to me. So she pulls over on the side of the road with me and calls AAA. And a tow truck had just passed by me and was like, oh, God, look at that car. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? And then he had to turn around and go get the car.
Oh, my gosh.
It wasn't anything serious, though. That car fixed up pretty well.
I'll say my parents got me a much better car.
The brakes did go out on me one time. That was pretty scary. The brake pads broke.
Oh.
I was in the car once, and the turning, the turn signal thing, it literally just came off in my hand.
You're kidding.
No, and I'm sure somebody thought I was being super aggressive or something. It literally just fell off in my hand. Like I wasn't even being crazy or anything. And it was just like, now what do I do?
Oh my gosh.
Well, now what do I do?
That is the hoopy moment.
It was
goodness
crazy.
For Grammy saving the day.
Oh, good job, Grammy.
I just couldn't believe when Dad was like, meh.
I don't.
Yeah. And I remember getting the car.
Which is so opposite of him now, so that's funny.
Yeah. I remember getting that car, and I was kind of upset about it because it was super sketchy looking.
He didn't even tell me.
I just cried.
I thought we were getting a decent car for you, and then he pulled up in that thing.
The biggest thing is we got it in Flushing, and we live 30 minutes away, and I just got my license, and I was like, is it safe? And he goes, yeah, probably. And I'm like, can it go on the highway? He goes, well, it shakes, but it's fine. And that's when I just started crying. I was like, okay.
Yeah, when you're a new driver like that too, that would be kind of
But
scary.
yeah, it didn't have automatic lights, bench seating, like the heat didn't really work.
Yeah, that was not discussed with me. That was like when we got a dog. He was not discussed with me at all.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought you'd get like a
safe car. I
yeah.
mean, like the floor wasn't rusting out, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I learned to
Well.
drive on a 4-door Geo Metro without power steering. Have you ever driven a car without
Yeah,
power steering?
the power steering used to go out on that car.
We would like hard, left, and then all of a sudden, like I guess at one point I had it up on 2 wheels, which apparently wasn't hard to do.
It's not hard. My first car was a Geo Metro.
Oh my god!
And I had Britain, and we had that Geo Metro, and then Kevin's parents
horrible.
were like, we don't feel comfortable our grandchild being in that car. So here's our Park Avenue or something. Why don't you take this?
I think I was disappointed too because I had been told when I got my license, the Monte Carlo was going to get passed down, and then Dad would get a different car, and that's
not what happened.
I got that one in college.
Yeah. Ugh,
And then that one broke down on me on the way to graduation. I got a flat tire.
Jude, were you late?
That Monte Carlo was a good
parked
car.
it was low and I was really close. So I parked it in the parking spot and it went flat in the parking spot. So they fixed it while I was in graduation.
Oh wow, that'd be a bummer to miss.
I got a really
graduation.
fast car when I turned 16. But I drove our Thunderbird, which was a nice car.
Yeah, that's cool.
Was it a T-top?
No, but it was a nice car. And then my parents bought me a Dodge
Charger?
No, a Dodge Dart, like a 1975
Okay.
Dodge Dart. It had like a V8 engine. It was super fast.
Never heard
Oh
of
my
a Dodge
gosh.
Dart.
You acquired a fast car, Grammy? What were you thinking?
You're the reason why she drives scary.
Well, I drove it. I'm like, this is super fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every time she gets a car, she's like, but I need that fast
I know. When
one.
I got my Cadillac, I'm like, no. It was like the little bear. No. The
You
next
driving
size.
Logan's
no.
car? Yeah.
I like Logan's car.
Yeah, Logan has like a, I don't know, whatever Mustang he has. I'm like, no, don't let Lori drive
It's got
it.
some speed mode, that sport mode.
Yeah,
It
I
goes like
think all
10
of
miles
them
an hour in
do.
a second. It's really
She already
zippy.
drives really fast. So when you put her in a fast car
He's
and you
got
look
like
down and
his
you're like,
bachelor
oh,
car.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
have a family.
It was really speedy. I was going way too speedy.
No.
That would be the hard part is like if you had a car like that, you'd want to go really
Oh,
fast.
yeah. I mean, I was going very fast.
I don't want to go fast.
I was just hoping a deer to jump out in front of me because
That would have been bad.
I have a friend who drives a semi truck and he hit a deer like so bad that it put his truck out for like 2 months. Like
Really?
and he took pictures of it and it was like pieces of the deer and like blood dripping down. I mean, it was
Yeah.
nasty.
Ew.
Do you remember that little purple convertible that the McClellans used to have? And Morgan got it when she was like 16. It was like Grammy and Papa's.
I don't
Not
remember.
you, Grammy and Papa's, but McClellan's Grammy and Papa.
Yeah.
She got this little like purple convertible and it was parked at I think the high school parking lot and a deer totaled the car parked in a parking lot.
No.
Yes.
Do you think the insurance company believed her when she called and
That
said
happened
that?
to Logan.
I don't know.
Logan was on the exit ramp and a deer ran into him. Like he was on the exit ramp and the deer like literally ran into him.
Wow.
And really ruined his car.
Well, because
Yeah.
I've heard that if you swerve and like say like you got into another accident like with another car, that your insurance company might not cover it because you're not supposed to swerve. You're supposed to just
But
hit
we're
the
no
deer.
fault in Michigan.
True.
So.
But I don't know. I don't know. I've heard of people I think in Michigan not getting covered because of swerving for deer.
So in Michigan, we're no fault. So they cover your, but like if it is your fault, they won't cover your
Your
deductible.
deductible.
Okay.
The deductible would
Yeah.
be
But
But
different.
a lot of times, if it's not your fault, they'll let the deductible, they'll waive
Okay.
the deductible.
Okay. No. And my son, when he got into a car accident and the guy pulled out in front of him, they covered his deductible too. So that would
Yeah.
make
Because
sense.
it's not his fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder what what the insurance company thought when she called. Like, well, my car was parked and the deer trashed it. Like, did it jump on top of it?
It it jumped all over it. It totally ruined the
just
car.
like
my goodness.
stomped on it.
Well,
you know,
they're
with
really
little boots.
destructive. I saw one jump into like a truck bed and
guess
jump
they don't have
out, and it
boots.
was crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess my idea of wanting to lure the deer into our garage so they could have a nice warm place to sleep
It
might
would
not
be a bad
great.
idea for your
It's
car.
not a great plan,
Yeah.
no.
A very bad idea for your car.
Yeah,
I did see a
for my
video where
garage.
somebody left the door open and the guy walks into his house and this deer's just eating Doritos off his counter. He's like,
I would love that.
seriously?
No,
I think
you
it's
I
would.
like,
let 12 deer pass yesterday morning. They were just sitting there by the side of the road. I'm like, no, go ahead, deer. You can pass. So they went by, and then more came out of the woods. I just kept waiting, letting all the deer
All
go
the
by.
woodland creatures.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, is everybody gone? You can go now.
You surely
we
don't want to
like
hit
the
'em.
deer. Our old chickens, though, used to get really territorial over our yard. And so they would like chase the deer out of the yard and stuff. It was so funny.
Chickens.
They were
scared
bedded
the
down.
deer off.
Well, one was bedded down in our yard when I came home the other night, and then one was standing guard over her.
Aw.
I like to think it was a her.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully
could've
they're
been.
staying safe.
Oh,
out
did it
there.
have antlers?
I don't know.
Because they should have antlers now, I believe.
Oh.
They were friends.
What are they born in the spring and they get antlers by the fall?
I thought they shed
But then
their
they
antlers.
they do shed their antlers, but they'll come back.
Oh.
They like regrow them every year, and they're weird. They're like they have like velvet on them almost.
Oh.
I see a lot of the Advent calendars going, and Mom, yours is at my house,
Yeah.
ready to be
I
picked
think
up.
we only
Because
have,
when
like-
is December 1st?
Today's the 29th, right?
Friday. I think we
So,
only
yeah,
have
Friday.
maybe 20 of the K-Cup ones left.
Oh, okay.
So then, speaking of Friday, December 1st, that's when our 12 days of Christmas giveaways start.
Oh.
So going back to the scam part, people will always comment
Oh yeah, on our
on our
giveaways.
page. So we do have a separate link this year to sign up to win. But again, you will not be contacted by,
We
like,
won't
we'll email
ask you for
because we have your
credit. We
email.
won't ask you for your shipping information. It's
Yeah.
literally like your email address.
Yeah.
So we'll email you. That's how we contact them?
Yes.
By
Yeah.
email?
I will email you
Maybe we
directly.
should have a code word.
It will come from Patty
Bananas,
at
this is
coffeebeanery.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
It will come
Well,
from
don't
me
say
directly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I should say that. Yeah.
Right.
Scammers are watching. Yeah. Maybe it won't come
Now
from me.
have
yeah.
the weird.
Yeah.
No, it'll come directly from us, and it'll be emailed, so there won't be a stupid little message. We don't Facebook message you.
Sometimes we do Facebook message.
Yeah.
you.
I
Don't
mean,
say
sometimes
that.
if we're doing something small, we will, but it comes from our page.
But
and then,
for
of
our
course, you've got fake
13
pages.
days,
12
right?
days.
12 days?
Yeah.
12 days,
12
yeah.
days of Christmas, yeah.
I've got the 13 days of Taylor Swift on my mind.
Oh, so cool.
I know.
What is she giving away? Is it
No,
giveaway?
she's got a little, I bought her a little Advent Taylor
fun.
Swift thing.
It's 13 days?
But I swear it's like all the cheap stickers and stuff that I bought for her birthday party.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I
probably.
know how much this stuff costs. Like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
$50 thing cost her $5.
She must make a fortune in merch.
It's not hers, it's somebody
Somebody
else's.
else.
somebody
but
like
she's got
made
it. Somebody's
it.
still got to pay her for her likeness, right? So,
No, I'm sure it's all scammed.
oh, wow.
I doubt these Amazon sellers paid.
I
Taylor
mean, there's
Swift for
tons of
licensing.
Disney and all sorts of
Yeah,
stuff that's
Disney-
not actually licensed.
Yeah, Disney will lock you down, too.
Well, I mean, they try, but
Yeah.
there's only so much they can
Well,
do.
even like selling online, like some of the brands don't want you to resell. And so, like, you'll get your items removed if you sell, like, Obagi and things like that.
I just don't know how they can even, how they could tell you can't resell it.
They tell you it's copyright infringement, which is funny because I use all my own photos, right? So you're like,
Right.
do I fight with it or not? And it's really just on eBay they do it.
Oh,
the other
okay.
ones,
eBay's gotta be
and Mercari a
authenticated.
little bit.
Maybe
The other
because
two
it's
aren't
not
as bad.
authenticated. I mean, I don't know how you would authenticate it.
Well, and I mean, if it's used too, like,
Yeah, I don't sell used products. That's gross.
well, not like makeup and stuff, but used
Yeah.
clothes.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
resell
Like sometimes, like
clothes.
Michael Kors, they'll get bummed, like for doing stuff
like
like that.
purses
UGG is
or,
another one
you know.
that people try to knock off. And
Yeah.
what's my funny part is like when people do like, is this item like a knockoff? And you're like, that's a Walmart item, like I don't think they're knocking off.
It
Faded
might be
Glory.
a knockoff of something else,
Yeah.
but I don't know what.
It's not a Faded
That's
Glory
funny.
or No Boundaries knockoff. This was $2 to start with, and it's $2 to end with.
That's funny. Yeah, one of my girlfriends called me last week, and she's like, did you get my package in the mail? And I'm like, I don't have no idea. And she's like, oh, it was from Timeless Beauty or something. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's supposed to be good stuff.
I don't know, to like tell me what it is. And she's like, oh, it was, I don't even know. And then I look
It's Cindy Crawford's brand.
on my thing of my next to use products. Next to my vitamin C, there's another vitamin C, and it says Timeless. I just snap her picture. I'm like, oh, is this one of them? She's like, oh yeah, that's it. I'm like, oh.
Well, she sent you the scissors, so she probably has your address in
She
her
sent me
address
the
book.
purse when she
And the
was
purse,
here.
yeah.
So I'm sure she must not shop a lot. So it was in her shop pay, and my address was the last
Yeah.
one. So I'm like, oh no, tell me what was in there. I'll send it back. I'll send it to you. I just don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Because it was addressed to me. Who knows what
Just
I
open
ordered.
stuff, yeah.
So, but she's like, oh no, I love you. You deserve nice stuff. You just keep it.
That's funny.
I wish
She's
more
so
of my friends
cute.
would accidentally send things to my house and let me keep it.
Yeah.
All right, Shari.
Got
She's so cute.
So many packages coming to the house.
know.
this
I had
week.
so much last night. I wrapped some of them.
I need to start
But
wrapping.
Monday, I think I picked Monday as my day. Monday,
To wrap?
I have tons coming.
Oh, yeah.
I just kept picking Monday or Saturday
Trying to
or
pick the
Monday.
same
like
day,
picking
yeah.
the same day.
I think all my like Amazon stuff came now. It's just all the other places
They're
that
going to
I'm
send one
waiting
whole
for.
truck for your stuff on Monday.
My whole porch was pretty full the other day, so I don't. And that wasn't even my real day. Now I'm like,
I love online
I've just
shopping.
got to wrap now. But I think I'm like done.
I'm not
So-
yet.
I have a
but I've
table
got a
in
good
my
start.
foyer, and so it's like the packages just come in, and I just am wrapping them right in the foyer.
That's smart.
It seems pretty
Funny.
efficient.
Yeah, right?
That
Then you don't
works.
have to drag it
So-
in and find a place. You just pop it right into the... Is your tree up?
The tree is up; it's not decorated,
Okay.
so that's my next step.
I got both of my trees up, but the rest of my junk is just like around my house in bins. And I just need to get rid of stuff, like stuff that like my husband keeps bringing it up from the basement every year. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
We haven't put it up in forever.
I went through and kind of separated it into kind of themes, so that it's like, well, if like I'm doing red and gold now, but I don't know.
We just do the tree and then like the fireplace mantle.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I'm kind of doing that too. I'm like, I hate the process of taking everything
It's
down.
even kind of
It's a
like
lot
the
work.
kids really want like Christmas lights, but
I
Nobody
promised him
can
I'd put
see
the
'em.
tree up,
Yeah.
so
or not the tree, the train. So
Oh,
I've
they
got to
love
get that
the
train.
train,
They
yeah.
love that train.
When putting stuff up and down in the winter outside when it's cold.
they'll probably
sucks,
help you do
too.
it tomorrow.
That's
Oh, that's
true.
a good
They
idea.
could help you.
That's a good idea.
Oh, I should. They could.
One of
probably
our
help
like
decorate,
we have a
too.
train, but one of the track
pick these
pieces is broken, so it like
I
doesn't.
bet you. I wonder how hard it would be to find a new track piece.
I don't know.
That seems like a lot of work.
Does
I mean,
seem like a lot
eBay
of
has
work.
everything, but who
It's
knows?
like one of those FAO Schwartz trains, but it was super cheaply built. Like the tracks just don't.
That's the problem. Is the tracks get hitchy.
Yeah.
But I just on my timeline there was a picture of it was Sedona and the two grandbabies, just all of them on their bellies, just
Yeah,
staring
they
at
love
the
it.
train. They just
That's
love the
cute.
trains.
I know.
So
Maybe
I
can
promised
just glue
Dallas
it.
I would
like glue
make
just
it the
those two
train
together.
this year.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, he loves that. Grandma Butcher gave us this like snowman globe thing, and it has a tiny little train that goes around it.
Nice.
It's cute.
I've got my little thing. I should get out.
All right, ladies, should we go back to work? We've got
We
like 7 carts
should.
and stuff waiting for us.
Should. So I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and just be mindful of.
Of scams, yep. And if you need
And on our
any-
pages, if you have any questions about whether something's real or not, what's the best way? Customer service? What's the best way to
I mean,
reach
if it's
out?
on our page, customer service.
So customer service.
If you see
at
anything
Coffee
on
Beanery?
Facebook of people just posting like weird scammy links, if you you can click on them and like
Report,
block
yeah.
it, report it, whatever. We do it
Doesn't
too.
that get us in trouble though? If
No,
we
it
do
because it's
reports the
somebody else.
person who
You
commented.
can report
Okay.
the spam.
You can report the comment to spam that, yeah. they're
and then
posting
I go on
links.
and as soon as I can,
I thought
block
if you had
them.
so many reports that you got in trouble.
No, the commenters get in trouble
Okay.
and blocked.
Yeah, and then I report them as well and block them from the page.
Yeah, it's
And they
just
just
the
keep popping
comments.
up under somebody else.
Yeah.
But so just, yeah, we will.
I did use a bunch of their keywords, and they get automatically hidden,
Good.
so that at least hopefully people don't see them.
Oh, nice.
And if someone's
Oh,
going through
yeah.
and commenting on everybody,
My kids
Yeah.
love the trains.
Yeah. It's not real.
Yeah. Okay, so we extended the sale today.
Yep. You still get 30% off one more day, which is awesome.
Yep. So if you need gifts,
because I know I got inundated with so many things.
I couldn't even get through my
couldn't even.
emails and then texts.
So we
and-
figured one more day just in case.
Yeah.
Yep, the
got
codes are
buried under your stuff.
open.
Lots of gifts available, so that's awesome.
There won't be like an email or anything. We just posted on social. I think we were gonna send out a text, but
Check should have gone out already, so
but
yep.
that's it. And
Okay.
then
Yeah.
Christmas crazy.
And hopefully you got your advent calendars, so especially since we don't have very many left, because they are super cute. Those will be
So
fun.
cute. Yes.
Super fun. Okay.
All right. Have a wonderful day.